This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
All right, it is 4:27 here on our Thursday morning. I want to thank you for starting your day with us here on RTV6. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. It is a trend that we have seen far too often so far this school year alone. And now one school district is taking things into their own hands. Yeah. Washington Township parents saying they want something to be done after 2 guns were found on school campuses.
Yeah, they say they're not used to hearing these headlines about their own school community. And how do they make sure that their students are safe when they head on the bus, head to the school? You want your kids to be safe. Obviously, it's a #1 priority, and you want them to be able to learn and not have to worry about this kind of stuff. So we're talking with police, we're talking with these parents about what are things that you can do as parents to keep your child safe in the classroom. So we'll have that story coming up. Something else we want to talk about today, this is important for all of you here. We have a missing woman from Indianapolis, 24-year-old Elizabeth Dodd. She went missing yesterday after she left a group home. She does have a mental disability, and she was last seen on West 48th Street and Kessler Boulevard.
She was wearing a white shirt and pink pants. Police want you to give them a call if you see her or know anything about her whereabouts. Once again, she does have a mental disability, so police are just asking that you give them a call and so we can get her home safely. Well, it is going to be a beautiful Thursday here in central Indiana. The temps are cooling down a bit, and we're going to have some sunshine today.
That's right. So we're starting out a little bit cloudy this morning, but all of those clouds are going to clear out probably by the noon hour. So we're going to see plenty of sunshine. We had this cold front pass through yesterday, and that's starting to move out. But what that is going to do is bring us some cooler temperatures throughout the day. We're only going to be into the low to mid 70s. It is going to be a nice and dry day, becoming sunny later this afternoon. So it's going to be a gorgeous day to get outside, and most of tomorrow is going to be very nice as well. And then we do see some changes late Friday that will bring us the potential of maybe a few showers or a thunderstorm late Friday night and Saturday. Only a small chance of severe, and a lot of that activity looks like it will be to the north. So that's the good news. And then we will clear out again by Sunday. Tomorrow is going to be much warmer as well.
All right, sounds good. Alyssa, thank you very much.
All right, here in Hiring Hoosiers, we're continuing our Classroom to Career series. And our Aaron Lish is going to be heading out to Walker Career Center. That's where students are using robots to complete tasks, and they're learning how to program these robots. They actually use these things that are called sensors, and they tell the sensors what to do, and that tells the robot what to do basically. And so this could prepare them for a number of careers in the technology field and beyond. So we're going to be talking to Aaron Lish and seeing what students there are up to. We're going to have that plus news, weather, and your local traffic for your Thursday morning commute. That's all coming up right here on Good Morning Indiana.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Coming up on Good Morning Indiana, 2 high school employees are back at work after being placed on administrative leave. Why some in the district are not happy about the school board's decision to allow them to return.
After a recent outbreak of thefts and burglaries, neighbors are working to make sure that their community is more safe. How they got police involved in their plan to stop the crime.
And a central Indiana company has reached a settlement after being accused of discriminating against women. What Penske Logistics is doing to make a change. 4:30 on your Thursday morning. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. I want to welcome you in here to our show. And Alyssa Donovan is with us right now to talk about our forecast and what you can expect as you step out the door this morning.
And I have some good news. It's going to be a beautiful day. We are going to see clear skies by the afternoon, a little bit cloudy to start and a little bit warmer to start than yesterday. And then those temperatures are really going to be a little bit more stable later today, close to average in the mid 70s. Right now, 63 in Indianapolis, 56 in Crawfordsville. So a mild start today. We are going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow, just as this cold front passes through today. That will leave us with some cooler air for tomorrow morning and some clear skies overnight to allow that. So this cold front moving through, continuing to bring us a little bit of cloud coverage this morning, and that's going to be across central Indiana throughout the morning, but it is going to be clearing out very quickly. So taking a look at our TrueCast, you can see here we are at 5 a.m., a little bit of cloud coverage, but then that high pressure starts to build in, clearing out those clouds and leaving us with plenty of sunshine later today. Calm and dry conditions as well. That's going to stick with us into tomorrow too. So we're going to see a beautiful Friday on tap. Those changes come late Friday night. But today, starting a little cloudy this morning, temperatures in the low 60s will climb into the low to mid 70s this afternoon. We do have some chances of showers and storms in the forecast. All of those details in just a few minutes.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much for keeping a close eye on traffic as you're heading out the door to start your Thursday. Here's Here's a live look up in the dog leg. I-65 at I-865. No crashes, no delays in this area, so that is good news on the northwest side. Let's take a turn over to the northeast side. Good morning to you in Fishers. Here's I-69 at 96th Street. Traffic in this area is moving along just fine at this early hour. We'll continue to keep you updated on any issues as well as any construction projects that might slow you down today. Well, 2 Northwest Hendricks school employees back to work after months of being on paid administrative leave. The school board made that decision last night, but it's not sitting well with everyone.
It all stems from a Tri-West coach that's accused of sexual misconduct. The school board voted Tuesday to allow Tri-West High School Athletic Director Nathan Bagley and Dean of Students Stacy Bagley to return to their positions. They were placed on administrative leave back in July after coach and teacher Tyler Bruce was accused of sexual misconduct with a student. Some have criticized how the Bagleys handled the situation. The board went against the administration's recommendation to cancel their teaching contracts. Bruce has been on administrative leave since July while a criminal investigation continues. He denies the allegations against him and has not been criminally charged. You can read more about the ongoing case and the latest developments by clicking on this story in the RTV6 app.
Well, this morning, police are asking for your help to find this missing Indianapolis woman. Come take a good look at your screen. Officers say 24-year-old Elizabeth Dodd went missing yesterday after she left her group home. She has a mental disability and was last seen on West 48th Street and Kessler Boulevard. Dodd was wearing a white shirt and pink pants. If you see her or if you know where she is, please call police.
An Indianapolis man found guilty of murdering his mother's boyfriend has been sentenced to 50 years in prison. Police say Jacob McIntosh admitted to shooting and killing Jesse Daniels in January of last year in a home on the east side. McIntosh claimed Daniels had been taking advantage of his mother and was stealing from her.
Well, people in a north side neighborhood hosted another crime watch meeting last night after a recent outbreak of thefts and burglaries. There have been package thefts, car break-ins, and burglaries in the Butler-Tarkington neighborhood. The neighborhood association there hopes that the crime watch group and police can work together to stop these thieves from targeting their area. The crimes may seem petty, but homeowners say they should be taken seriously.
These things we still don't want to tolerate. Yes, they're small, but we don't want them in our neighborhood.
It's escalated a little bit from what I can see over the last couple of weeks, and we just don't want it to get worse.
The Neighborhood Association president says he reached out to IMPD and the department is increasing their patrols. Working for you, if you're concerned about crime in your own neighborhood, you can go to the RTV6 app, click on this story to learn how to start a crime watch group.
If you live in Hamilton County, your local income tax is going to go up next year. The Noblesville Common Council approved the tax increase Tuesday. It will bump the local income tax from 1% to 1.1%. The increase is expected to generate about $16 million per year to help fund the county's 911 center. If you make $75,000 a year, the increase will mean you will pay an additional $75. It will take effect January 1st.
Penske Logistics in Shelbyville has agreed to settle allegations that it discriminated against women applying for jobs at their warehouse. The company has agreed to pay $350,000 in back wages to 185 women, as well as offer jobs to 99 women. The U.S. Department of Labor says the settlement will ensure that qualified applicants of both genders have an equal opportunity to compete for the good jobs. Penske Logistics still denies the discrimination allegations.
Vice President Mike Pence is scheduled to speak in Indianapolis today about the U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement. He'll be at the U.S. Postal Service's Eagle Hub at the airport this afternoon for an event series called A Better Deal for American Workers. Tomorrow, he will tour the state's Neurodiagnostic Institute and Advanced Treatment Center on the east side.
Last night, both candidates for the mayor of Indianapolis pitched their best ideas to end homelessness here in our city. The discussion was part of the CHIP celebration program. CHIP, or Coalition for Homelessness Intervention and Prevention, is a local organization designed to end homelessness in Indianapolis. Democratic Mayor Joe Hogsett and Republican Senator Jim Merritt took 5 questions each on this issue.
No one should live in a cardboard box, especially a veteran.
But the truth is, 78 cities and 3 states have effectively ended veteran homelessness. So, point 1, it can be done.
Well, you can watch the full discussion on the RTV6 Facebook page. Remember, Election Day is November the 5th.
The Indiana Black Expo has announced the oldest man in the exonerated 5, Corey Wise, will be the Grand Marshal for this year's Circle City Classic Parade. Wise and 4 other men, most commonly known as the Central Park 5, were wrongfully accused and imprisoned for the rape and beating of a 28-year-old woman in New York City. Their story was most recently featured in the Emmy Award-winning Netflix series When They See Us. Wise is now a criminal justice reform advocate and speaker. The Circle City Classic Parade will be held Saturday at 10:30 on North Pennsylvania Street. The game between Jackson State University and Kentucky State University is scheduled for 3 at Lucas Oil Stadium.
A summary of President Trump's controversial call with the Ukrainian president has now been released. Coming up, how officials are reacting to that exchange.
And more deaths reported as a mosquito-borne illness continues to spread. Still ahead, what we know about the rare virus.
And today's going to be a beautiful Thursday on tap. Temperatures climbing into the mid-70s with plenty of sunshine. I'll have the weekend forecast coming up.
This is working for you.
Welcome back. It is 4:40 here on our Thursday morning. We're keeping a close eye on traffic. Here's I-65 at Southport Road. Traffic in this area is traveling up to speed in both directions. No major issues here to slow you down.
Here are some stories making national headlines today. A third parent charged in the college admissions bribery scandal will be sentenced in federal court. Los Angeles business executive Steven Semprevivo pleaded guilty to bribing a Georgetown tennis coach to recruit his son, who didn't play tennis. But Semprevivo maintains he was a victim of consultant Rick Singer, who's at the center of the scandal.
Abbey Road turns 50 today. It was released back in 1969, the last album recorded by the Beatles. Its iconic cover and classic tracks include Come Together, Something, and Here Comes the Sun. They'd go on to become one of the best-selling Beatles albums of all time. The new box set, including demos, is out today.
The White House has released a summary of President Trump's call with the president of Ukraine, which shows Trump asking the leader of Ukraine to look into the Biden family.
Democrats are pouncing, saying that the rough transcript shows that there was quid pro quo, but many Republicans are defending the president. ABC's Inez de la Cuttera explains.
This morning, a source tells ABC News that Ukrainian government officials understood that in order to arrange a call with the American president, they had to agree to talk about investigating the Bidens. The Ukrainian leader says he never felt pressured.
I think, and you read it, that nobody pushed me. Yes.
In other words, no pressure.
But in a summary of the July call between the two leaders, Trump directly asked the Ukrainian president to coordinate with Attorney General Bill Barr and his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, to investigate his potential 2020 rival, Joe Biden, and Biden's son, who was doing business in the Ukraine. There's been no evidence of any wrongdoing against the Bidens.
It's a joke. Impeachment for that?
Democrats, who've already launched an impeachment inquiry, say the call summary shows there was a quid pro quo.
It's such a blatant abuse of power that I don't think it can stand.
This comes as select members of the House got their first look at the classified whistleblower complaint related to Trump's conversations with Ukraine and that the administration had initially tried to block from Congress.
I found the allegations deeply disturbing. I also found them very credible.
At least 2 leading Republicans calling the complaint troubling, but many are still defending the president.
To impeach any president over a phone call like this would be insane.
This morning, Acting Director of National Intelligence Joseph Maguire will appear before the House Intelligence Committee. This as that whistleblower complaint is being declassified and could be released as soon as today. Inez de la Cuttera, ABC News, Washington.
President Trump has now imposed new visa restrictions on officials from Iran and Venezuela. He announced the restrictions in a presidential proclamation yesterday. It bars senior officials and their family members from entering the U.S. Military, police, and National Guard officers from Venezuela are also affected. Exceptions can be made under certain international agreements.
The judge oversees the mass shooting case in El Paso wants to be reassigned to a different judge. Judge Angie Juarez Barrild says says that she made the request because she knew one of the victims in the Walmart shooting that left 22 people dead. She's also running for Chief Justice in the 8th Court of Appeals. Her current term ends December 2020, and she's concerned that the case will continue through that date. The suspect in the case is being charged with capital murder and could face the death penalty.
A 10th person has died from the mosquito-borne EEE virus. This is the 4th death in the state of Massachusetts. The virus is rare and causes serious brain infections. There have not been any reported human cases in Indiana, but 4 horses have tested positive in Elkhart County. There have been 27 human cases in the U.S. this year. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says there are typically just 5 to 10 human cases each year. Here at 4:45 in the morning, we're going to take a look at our weather for today. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, we are going to start out a little bit warmer this morning than we did yesterday. We are seeing, you can see on our sky cam, partly cloudy skies. We'll continue to see a little bit of that cloud coverage this morning, and then that will clear out as we head into the afternoon. It's 63 degrees right now in Indianapolis, Kokomo at 60 degrees, Bloomington at 67. Cloudy skies across the area. That's because we had that cold front pass through yesterday. We'll continue to see the impacts from that today, and what that's going to do is just bring us a lot of cloud coverage, and then we are going to see those changes this afternoon. High pressure is going to take over. That's going to clear out a lot of our cloud coverage very quickly. So here we are this morning, 4:30 a.m. Those temperatures warm because of those clouds covering us, and then we are going to see that clear out as we head into the afternoon very quickly. Likely by mid-morning we'll start to see a little bit more sunshine. As you head out the door this morning, temperatures will be in the low 60s, a little bit cooler to the north just because of those clearing skies, allowing us to cool down a little bit over the next couple hours. By the noon hour, sunny and clear, temperatures climbing into the low 70s. We're not going to be quite as warm as we were yesterday, low to mid 70s for the most part, and then we are warming way up again tomorrow, about 10 degrees. And what's going to happen next is we have that high pressure in control. We're going to see a southwest flow come in tomorrow. That's going to bring us a little bit more warmth, which is why we're going to see those temperatures climbing into the low 80s. And then by Friday afternoon and evening, we do have a front just off to our north. That's going to start to pass through by the late afternoon and early evening hours. Most of the activity expected for those northern counties will likely see just some light showers and then a small chance of a thunderstorm, very small chance of an isolated severe storm in there as well by Friday night. That will continue to impact us throughout the day. On Saturday, we'll see a small chance of a shower or a thunderstorm here in central Indiana. Again, a better chance for some of those northern counties. Temperatures, though, staying very warm this weekend. 85 degrees for the high on Saturday, 87 on Sunday. Small chance of a few lingering showers on Sunday, but for the most part, we're going to see a pretty pleasant weekend with just a small chance of those showers and storms here and there, with most of the activity to the north. So I wouldn't cancel any plans for your weekend, because if we do see those showers or storm, they will be very spotty and quick. Today, starting out cloudy this morning, those skies are going to clear by the afternoon. 75 degrees for the high, plenty of sunshine for your Thursday. Those temperatures are seasonal for this time of year. We've been spoiled with those warmer temperatures, and we are warming back up as we head through the 7-day. We are into the mid 80s on Saturday, close to 90 again on Monday and Tuesday. So it is fall, but it's not going to feel like it. We are back into the upper 80s next week.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Here is a live look right now on the northwest side. I want to take a live look here at I-65 and Lafayette Road. Traffic here on the northwest side is traveling up to speed in both directions. No issues here to slow you down. Let's take a look, though, at our map. We do have a few construction projects to show you here in the downtown area. Just a reminder about this ramp system closure scheduled to reopen tomorrow morning, I-70 and Meridian Street in all directions here for some winter road work repairs. NDOT working on that project. And then a heads up, this is a project that will affect you down in Columbus today starting around 9 a.m. After the morning rush, they're closing several of the ramps at I-65 and State Road 46 for repair work, scheduled to wrap up around 3 p.m. But just a heads up if you're traveling throughout the daytime hours in Columbus. Let's take a live look right now over on the east side, I-70 at Rural Street and Keystone Avenue. Looks like traffic here is moving along just fine, both eastbound and westbound. No crash or delays here on the east side.
Delta Airlines is amending their emotional support animal policy. The change allows travelers to take their support pets on longer flights. They lifted the 8-hour flight limit to comply with federal guidelines. However, pit bulls are still not allowed on Delta flights. Travelers who intend to travel with an emotional support animal must submit valid documentation at least 48 hours before their flight.
Well, we all know that water can quench our thirst, but new research shows that milk may help to keep us hydrated longer. It has to do with how our bodies process liquids. Water hydrates us the fastest, but it also empties out our stomach the fastest, whereas milk contains a little bit of sugar, protein, and fat, which can stay in our stomachs longer, and therefore keeps your hydration happening over a longer period of time. However, researchers say drinks with too much of these nutrients, like fruit juice or soda, sit in our stomach too long and provide little hydration.
A new study says humans would have been able to live on Venus about 700 million years ago. Scientists say the planet had water on its surface for about 3 billion years and had temperatures between 68 and 122 degrees. The planet's atmosphere is now too hot and dense after a greenhouse effect that changed Venus's environment.
Well, an artist is creating celebrity art not with paint but with clothespins. After the break, how these masterpieces are made.
And coming up, parents on the north side are concerned about guns on school campuses. New at 5 how a community conversation is hoping to prevent future situations.
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, we are live in Dallas for the trial that the nation is watching. Texas versus Amber Guyger. She's a former police officer who went into her neighbor's apartment and shot and killed him. She says it was a tragic accident. The prosecution says it's murder. The state getting ready to wrap up their case. Then it will be the defense's turn. We are live in Dallas today on Court TV.
And don't forget, you can watch all the new Court TV live right on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. Stay with us. It's 4:50 and we'll be right back.
Terribly exciting. That's why we do it.
Welcome back. It is 4:54 here on our Thursday, and we're keeping a close eye on your morning commute. This is a live look downtown at I-65 and Washington Street. No crashes around the metro area. Great news if you're heading out the door this early hour.
Move over, Simone Biles and Gabby Douglas. A new robot is showing off some Olympic-sized gymnastic skills. Boston Dynamics created this robot and named it Atlas. It can do a handstand, roll around, and even do a jumping twist. Boston Dynamics says Atlas is the world's most dynamic humanoid robot with human-level agility.
Well, do you have an eye for art? Check this out. At first, these portraits look like paint on a canvas, but a South Korean artist's strokes are actually thousands of clothespins. Yeah, he's created many celebrity portraits, including Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, and Barack Obama. To begin, he cuts out a shape on a steel board, attaches a piece of styrofoam to that, and then you can see there he places all the clothespins as close as possible to bring the image to life. Wow. That's incredible.
That's got to take a while.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. I'm just like impressed. I just want to sit and watch this video all day and see how he does this. They're kind of 2D.
Aren't
3D.
clothespins the wooden ones?
No, it's like it has like a little ball. It's for sewing.
What are those called then, the little wooden ones?
Those are clothespins too.
Okay, that's what I was confused because I was looking and I was looking for the little wooden ones that look like little alligators.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right.
There you go.
How's the weather looking today?
It's going to be a beautiful day. We're starting out a little cloudy this morning, a little bit warmer than we started yesterday. We'll see a little bit to the north as we head into the early morning hours over the next couple hours here. And then we are going to see temperatures in the mid-70s, clear and sunny skies this afternoon. Spot storms possible tomorrow afternoon and evening. Temperatures climbing into the low 80s. And we do have a few chances of storms over the weekend, back into the upper 80s by Monday and Tuesday, close to 90 degrees.